In this video, I'm going to decode how this subtle communication has been happening over Instagram through photos, captions, brands, etc. To inform you how this is possible in the first place, along with, as the title states, Kendall going too far and threatening my life over social media in plain sight. This subtle language is common knowledge to many users on Instagram. Those who have success on the platform are fully aware of this language and will be interested in what is being said rather than whether or not it's possible. If you don't see it, then consider it as the device in the film Inception. The mechanism is never explained. We as the audience assume its function and trust the artist in order to go through the narrative to get to the point. This is a worldwide event across multiple fields: music, modeling, acting, writing, etc. I'll go through some examples of Kendall's posts and a handful of others to demonstrate how this works, along with what's been happening. These first round of videos will outline the situation for those who can handle it. Not everyone is ready to be unplugged from the matrix, mind you. 90% of you will not get it straight away. It's a big jump for everyone concerned. Remember, it's been 18 months of adjustment amongst the in-group and a week for you from here to here via newly formed technological pathways to freedom. Again, one must pass through this information through their hearts, their emotions, and their minds, their logic, to reach this stage of awareness, to see clearly. So picture this. My equipment is all hacked, phones, laptops, etc. I'm writing in my notes, speaking through the mic, which is on all the time, to the people in the group chat, and they are responding through pictures and captions indirectly. This is how the back and forth has been happening for the past 18 months. This oil rig that was set up around my life. Alright, so let's get on with it. This is a post Kendall deleted with the caption, "We liked each other from the start." Quite clear. Hence the deletion. She shared a story of the Beyonce song Upgrade You. This is not the actual screenshot, but a relevant one I wanted to include. There's more screenshots collected throughout this period, which are stuck in an iCloud account at the moment. I've had to change phones and accounts several times throughout this period. These clips are captioned, "All eyes on Aliyah," meaning all eyes in the group chat viewing me through my phone and laptop. The first clip is her dancing around on a bed. The second with her leg raised high and then dropping down, meaning she danced around, i.e. slept with a string of men to bring me from the top to the bottom, and is celebrating with a glass of wine. This is her with the chameleon on her head, looking angry. Chameleon changes color, meaning I've changed my mind, quite clear. This one is her taunting a kiss from inside the window, a play off a lyric that I wrote, which they were all looking at, meaning I'm inside, you're out. This is her bragging about sabotaging my career. She crashed my pre-game, meaning crashing and freezing my break before it began, and is proud about it. This is her wearing a headband like I do, a link like the brands Aliyah and Aloe in this square, meaning Al is trapped with a smile. This is her competing with Dua Lipa, whose artwork for her song Houdini has her with a key in her mouth. Kendall has a key to the car in her mouth. More on Dua's involvement in a separate video. Cosplaying Wonder Woman, posing as a hero to bail me out of being strapped to a slab of metal with a laser beam slowly coming up. This was meant to be the rescue mission. She knew about the persecution from metal 18 months ago. Who would watch this? A narcissist driven to steal my thunder, who's trying to castrate me in this embarrassing mess publicly. She is her father's son, after all.
Hi, Dad. I'm very mad at you about something, so did you have your publicist announce that you were going? Because I don't know how everyone knows, and now it's a huge story, and I'm actually pissed at you. Okay, well then you knew that was gonna happen, and that's so annoying. Okay, well then I don't want you to go. You're gonna take the biggest night of my life and take it away from me? Thank you. No, you can't. You can come to the after party. You can't come.
Throughout these 18 months, her weapon in this illegal occupation has been cocaine threesomes. To shock and appear powerful, she'd post photos and stories hinting at this indirectly, repeatedly throughout this process. It was her security blanket. Some examples. This shows her in a bed with 3 black ceiling beams with the caption, "Good night," meaning hi, cocaine, 3 black beams, threesomes, good night equals sex. This one shows her posing in front of a tree behind her, quite straightforward. This one shows a used bed and 2 tall trees with a caption, "Always sleepy." This deleted post shows her flaunting her cocaine use. You get the idea. This was a response from Leah from France, This shows her walking into a room with pink tube bars on the ceiling, ordering a Coke bottle from a vending machine, meaning Kendall was using Raya, which if you didn't know is Tinder for celebrities, to order pink men on Coke like a bottle from a vending machine. She's alluded to this herself in the past. Not an obvious link, but I'm moving this along. There's hundreds of these which we can get into if required. This is Kaya Gerber with Coke cans in her hair with her eye wink, meaning Coke head. This is Cara Delevingne dressed in Peaky Blinders attire in response to a correlation I wrote in my notes between the main character Tommy Shelby, who would create painful drama on purpose to keep his family together, like Kendall, who's keeping this drama going because 1, it kept the violent jealousy, maniacal Kim off her, and 2, it kept them united. This is Rita Ora from her video Don't Think Twice, noticing the plastic surgeries they've done to enhance their beauty. She went out with Rob Kardashian back in the day, and I imagine was treated with the same violent jealousy and bullying as I have. This is Kendall saying, "There's plenty of fish in the sea, but I'm special." Olivia Copo responded, "Looking like a beta fish, but driving an alpha." Another post by Olivia with the brand Lovers, Friends LA and Revolve, referring to a revolving door of men cheating on her then public boyfriend, NBA star Devin Booker. Heels over the drains means Kendall's threesome move going down the drain. Again by Emily Radzikowski, this shows her wearing a newspaper dress with a lamppost behind her in response to Kendall using threesomes to shock and inflict pain on the men in her life, and now in this group chat, showing her with a dog outside and then bringing the dog in the house, referring to the Dance Gavin Dance line, "Give a dog a home," which is about me, dog, not cat, meaning report Kendall cheating to the news and I'll bring you inside a home. This is Barbara Palvin holding a video game controller with the game Horizon Forbidden West with the description, "Join Aloy as she braves the Forbidden West." This means Kendall is not going to stop the hack and meet you, she's just playing a video game to win. Aloy equals Al. Another post, "Smooth the operator," like the Sade song with a pink smoothie, meaning Kendall is gay and is just smoothly / subtly controlling you with the brand Aloe as the link. Margot Robbie said the same thing in this clip, pink hair and curly hair. This is Natalie from Russia with a silver necklace and a phone case with the American flag on the back, meaning Kendall and company have stopped me from singing, and this falls on America as a nation who are watching this play out and allowing this very serious crime to continue. Silver was one of the links from this to Kim wearing this.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
To this, etc. If you're into fashion, no doubt you've noticed the trend over the past couple of years. Again, by Josephine Forsberg from Sweden, stopping me from singing. And this post with a green Ferris wheel. Green equals jealousy. Wheel equals round in circles. Jealousy wheel. Okay. Again, Natalie from Russia, silver band, link. Kendall responded with these slides, looking over east to Russia. She's taking me, dog, for a walk, headphones on, heard my song Thunder, temporarily taking me out of the picture with us back in the last frame, meaning she's gonna bring me back in the frame after stopping me from singing for this amount of time. Aloe brand as the link. Wearing shades, which was a meme generated, owning up to one's shame. Sunglasses to block the sun, light, illumination. This deleted picture shows Kendall reaching up along the black door in the background, meaning she is using the black threesome move to reach up to me. This is a picture of her as a child wearing pig ears, temporarily owning up to her bad behavior, which we've now learned is just her playing possum, meaning what can I post to deflect shame in this game rather than taking this in and adjusting my disgraceful behavior. This is her breakup post with her recent public boyfriend, Bad Bunny. The sunset means the day has ended on this relationship, showing a lantern with 3 sections in the dark. 3, another key with a 180-degree post. Again, like a game, what's meant for me will simply find me, which is the opposite of what is true. considering she's been literally stalking me and stopping me from being with anyone else or working, that she has me in the dark despite this breakup. Again, with this Calvin Klein ad,
I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will simply find me.
more like I illegally chase, hack and harass. Presenting one thing whilst acting the opposite is a move they've been doing throughout this process, which others have unfortunately adopted. We're getting an understanding of how they play around with their image to keep people off their scent, to get away with lying, cheating, and other crimes that I won't mention now. This is a story promoting a brand with the caption, "Hi UK," to hoover me back whilst I was trying to break off with someone else. Red phone booth is a London thing. So they have these ads ready to post when they choose. Carrot dangling, again with the book, The Year of Magical Thinking. This is an advert for L'Oreal,
I'm worth it.
meaning she's worth all of this suffering. The full version, kept in the vault to be used months later, is
This is a love story.
and her opening the doors to a golden city. These are timed and intentional, right? Produced one time and then shared through Instagram during this dialogue that's been happening, this negotiation. And finally, this post, which shows The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci in progress underneath a pool. There have been comparisons to Yeshua or Christ the Redeemer throughout this period. The Last Supper was a painting about Jesus' last meal with his friends before he was betrayed and crucified. Underneath a pool means underwater, out of sight, a term I coined, meaning it's out of sight through this unofficial way of communicating. So she, a multimillionaire, commissioned this painting of the Last Supper in progress to mean I'm setting you up for crucifixion and killing you out of sight, which, by the way, is in none of the prophecies of the return. The point wasn't that he'd come back and humanity would be as bad as it was 2,000 years ago and would be re-crucified. How dumb is that? He did have fire in his eyes, however. Legally, this violates Instagram's terms of use, this organized crime, this subtle terrorism, and an open death threat in a public setting. Another point to bring forth in court. This is unacceptable and shouldn't be allowed to happen and needs to be brought to justice. Kendall and Kim shouldn't be allowed to be making millions of dollars from this subtle terrorism and need to be deplatformed to extinguish this poisonous influence from disgracing America, the land of the free, and the world at large. I love freedom. This is what this country is meant to represent. Based on the corruption I've endured over the past 18 months, it's unclear whether there will be any progress under the current standard, or whether Meta will acknowledge this unless the people rise up and a just judge forces them to, under law. This is a wake-up call to strengthen cybersecurity, big time. The tech companies need to provide their customers with protection against cyber predators who steal, exploit, humiliate, abuse, keep us pinned down in their disbelief. There's no justification for Kendall's malevolence, other than to strip me of my dignity and ability to put food in my mouth and work, to embarrass me and ruin these hard-earned victories against these pigs, to steal my moment like her father did to her. They seek to castrate man and oppress us by abusing their wealth, their power, and their fame, to hijack and exploit my life for their own political agenda. In this illegal technological occupation of a British citizen, a member of the United Nations and NATO, with the whole world watching, despite countless hours and thousands of words of peace and free therapy, the point was to share good work for trust, reciprocity, and progress, not to win. This is the clash. Unable to manage their unmanned jealousy, mixing public and private life with a narcissistic family who couldn't care less about any of it, who are cheating nature and forcing eyes on them for new storylines to renew their storefront. Who would hijack this and turn it into this? Material things aside, if after all of this you can't emotionally afford me, then the correct thing to do is to accept this and let a man move on, rather than continue trying to create mayhem and embarrassing America, the land of the free. If I can't have, then no one can. This should send shivers down your spine, right? It's unacceptable. This is a warning from Elsa Hoska from Sweden at the beginning of all of this. No means no. The double standard of calling men creeps when they overstep socially approved boundaries, and yet these women do these extreme acts of modern day terrorism to a man for a year and a half, and it's okay. Does equality mean turning a blind eye to female psychopathy and malevolence when it's dressed up and pleasing to the eye? Is a lesson for women across the globe, despite millions of dollars, fame and success, the only way to attain true power is by anchoring a powerful man, by breaking international law, even if it means turning America into a joke in the world stage? Is there a level of success in culture one can attain to be above the law, to get away with crimes as they see fit? Are we still living in the Wild West, or is this 2024, the peak of recorded civilization? Thank yous to the women who stepped forth and acted beautifully. A disturbing state of affairs in 2024. There's more.